Hello, here is module 6. I'm going to share the screen and we will get going. Hang on. Stop my video. And Why is this here? Sorry. All right, full screen. There we go. All right, welcome to module 6. You are halfway. Congratulations. You have made it halfway through the 12-week program of Getting Naked Again Rocks. And so we're going to take a moment to check in with you first before we do anything else. And I don't want this to be stressful for you. I want you to concentrate on the things you have done and don't stress out on the things you haven't done. This module will be a lot more, it will be shorter. And so it will give you a time to kind of go back through the other modules and reread things or see what you need to work on. Of course, I'm going to give you some new information in this module as well, but I just want you to think about how you have done and ask yourself a few of these questions. Are you on track with your goals? Go back to your goals. Have they shifted at all? Are they still doable, or do you need to make them more challenging? Maybe you've already accomplished a few of your goals and you need to make new ones. And then look at your vision board. Has anything come to fruition on your vision board? I know on my vision board, I had money coming through the computer. And because of you all, that vision came true. So there's one for me, just to give you an example. Then move along to your day and your schedule. You know, are you making more time for yourself? What about, and if you are, I'm hoping you're feeling less guilty about that. That is a win. That is good for you. You're making yourself first. Also with your time, are you making time to move and exercise at least 20 minutes a day? And are you adding some of those strength training workouts? Some of you I know have been doing that for a while. What are you choosing to consume in the mornings? Are you eating breakfast? If you are and you weren't before, that's a win. Are you adding lemon water, smoothies, healthy breakfast? What about meditation and journaling? Are you making time for those? Now, I don't want you to feel like you have to do all of it, of course, but you know, if one of those will help you feel centered and more secure, I think, and will reduce your stress. All right, what about moving on to mindset? Are you being your own best friend? Have you noticed your negative thoughts really dwindling down and you saying positive things to yourself? Are you believing that you will be successful, and are you saying that and thinking it? What about asking for what you want and receiving graciously? I bet in the last few weeks, if someone has complimented you since taking this course, you have probably said simply, "Thank you," rather than making excuses. I don't know. I'm just guessing. What about, how are you dealing with cravings? Are you sticking to your instead of list? And do you have some of those instead ofs on stock? And what about, go back to the wellness wheel and look at the section. Maybe it was spiritual, physical, mental, professional, emotional, social. Are you giving some attention to those sections that were rated lower? And if you are, good for you. And then to stress, are you at least recognizing when you feel stressed or hassled? Do you recognize the sweaty palms, the racing heart rate, the kind of electric feeling that you feel? And then are you, at least if you're aware of that, that's a win. And then what are you doing about it? Are you breathing into it? Are you relaxing? How are you sleeping at night? And then what about your kitchen and your shopping trips? Maybe, I bet your pantry and fridge has changed a little bit. I bet you have um, more healthy fats and right carbs and salads and spices even. Or maybe you still need to clean out. That's okay. This is the week to do it, okay? I bet you're reading labels more, and I'm hoping you've thrown out those artificial sweeteners. You just don't need it. Maybe you're replacing white pasta with brown pasta or whole grain bread. Just go back, flip through the modules, and check in with yourself and see how you're doing. All right. Let's move on. All right. In your mindset, we are going to be talking about celebrating you. And I liked this quote from Oprah Winfrey: the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. And it's so true. We're going to talk about that in mindset. So today we're going to cover celebrating you. We're going to cover the third macronutrient, protein, and how to get a complete protein. We're going to discuss astaxanthin, and seafood and how important it is in your diet. And I've given you a few recipes. In another video, there's a chair workout because it was rainy today, so I decided to stay inside. And then your stress reduction is all about laughter. All right. So, last week I had you really work on your value, adding value to your why, asking and receiving. And so this week I want you to celebrate you. I want you to think of, instead of waiting for something great to happen, like your project to be complete, or that thing on your list that you just finished, or maybe it was something at your work that you finished. Why not celebrate first? Because what if life is waiting for you to celebrate you first? And perhaps that is life's cue to say, oh, she's ready to receive, and she's ready to do all these things that she wants to do. So I want you to connect to your values and remember how remarkable you are already just by being, not by doing a thing. I mean, you are engaged in life. You're doing life. By participating in this program, you're doing life, and that needs to be celebrated. So I'd like for you to think of something to celebrate you this week. Maybe it's as simple as a long hot bath. Maybe you need to plan a girls' night out, go on a date, maybe read a whole book in one afternoon. Doesn't that sound delightful? Or just hang out in the pool, treat yourself to a massage. I saw a Groupon about this spa in Carrollton that just has like saunas and steam rooms and jacuzzis, and I thought, wow, wouldn't that be fun to just hang out there for a day? Anyone want to go with me? All right. Anyway, that is your mindset, and I want you to celebrate you. Okay, we're moving right on to nutrition. And the third macronutrient is protein. So we've already discussed fats and carbohydrates. Proteins are very important. They're the building blocks of your body. It builds and repairs your tissues, stabilizes blood sugar, helps burn calories. That's why it's important to have protein in every meal. It increases your why can't I pronounce that word? It makes you feel full. There you go. And it boosts your immunity. So proteins are made of amino acids. They're the building blocks for protein. And there are 20 amino acids. 11 of them our body creates, but 9 are essential and must come from food. So that is why it's important to remember to eat complete proteins, or when you eat incomplete proteins, sometime in the day to complete them with pairing them with other proteins. I'm going to share that with you. But first, I want to talk about how much protein you need. You are going to need, adults need 0.5 gram per pound each day of protein. So for a 150-pound adult, you will need 75 grams of protein. Now, I thought I put this in here, but it's interesting. Children need more protein than adults, and it's because they're growing rapidly. And so they need 1 gram per pound each day, just FYI, if you have children. So, all right. So there are complete and incomplete proteins. I need to change this slide. And complete proteins are things like meat, fish, meat meaning red meat, fish, poultry, eggs, yogurt, milk, cheese, soybeans, and quinoa. Those are complete proteins. And if you eat one of these on this slide, they are an incomplete protein, but if you combine them, they'll make a complete protein. And you don't need to, it's not necessary to combine your proteins in a single meal to get the benefits, just sometime within that 24-hour period. So some examples of pairing these to make a complete protein would be like peanut butter on a whole grain bread. See, you've just combined whole grains with nuts there. A salad with chickpeas, right? People do that. Whole grain bun with sesame seeds. Oatmeal with flax seeds. I have a whole list in the pack, but I want to share them with you. Yogurt with granola makes a complete protein. Salmon over brown rice makes a complete protein. And chili with meat and beans. I know some people make chili with just meat. What? Put in the beans, make a complete protein. There you go. And also I want to, now that we've finished all the macronutrients and you're more educated on them, in a few weeks, we're going to discuss food allergies and food sensitivities. And we touched on that in our Dr. Sears Health Institute education, but Steve Hamoki has taken a lot of educational courses on this topic, and he's very knowledgeable about it. So he is going to be a speaker in a few weeks on one of these calls, or else I'll have him do a video. But he's just going to talk to us about that, because when you have food sensitivities or food allergies, and you don't know you have them, then the nutrients that you do ingest won't be absorbed in the body correctly. And so then you're just eating healthy for no real reason, because they're not being absorbed in the body like it should. So he has a great, fascinating information on that. So get excited for that. All right. Next in the nutrition is astaxanthin. And what is it? Well, it's the pink coloring in wild-caught salmon. And it has numerous benefits, including it benefits the brain by reducing inflammation. There are studies that have shown that people who ingest astaxanthin have decreased risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. And it also, because it goes right into your brain, it of course benefits vision. It lowers your high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and it's a natural antidepressant, and it keeps the plaque out of your blood vessels. So think of it like it creates kind of a slippy slide inside of your blood vessels, where eating red meat, honestly, produces more of a Velcro-like substance in your blood vessels, and that makes the plaque. So lots of benefits there. And I encourage you to eat salmon or fish or seafood twice a week. I know that sounds like a lot. Paul and I really do try to shoot for that. You can buy frozen salmon or fish. You can buy it fresh. Of course, fresh always tastes so much better. And it's very easy to cook. And so I encourage you to try this week. Try a few of the recipes, because it's so easy to bake, poach, broil, or grill. um, salmon, and I hope you find something that you like, and pretty soon your taste buds are going to love it and you're going to crave it. Yes, I said that. All right. The chair workout. It was raining today, so I stayed indoors and did a nice chair workout for you. It's a tough one. I really like it though. It won't take you long, and I will take on this challenge. If you give me an object, I'll make a workout out of it. Right? Right. Try me. Also, on a side note, in a few weeks, I will be showing you how to use a foam roller. Honestly, anytime I use the foam roller, I feel like I've just received a massage. It really gets into the fascia of the muscles. So I cannot not show you how to foam roll. So now's your time to buy it. You have a few weeks here to get one. I included a link on the workbook, and this is just from Amazon, but you don't need to get any special kind of foam roller, just anyone will do, and they're very inexpensive, like under $15. So that's one. A 6 by 18-inch one is sufficient. You don't need anything bigger. All right, and then finally, for our shorter week here, our stress reduction tip is laughter. We'll get rid of this here. I love what Dr. Sears calls laughter. He calls it inner jogging. And isn't that true when you have a big belly laugh that you feel like you've just had a workout? I know I have. And then here from Milton Berle, laughter is an instant vacation. It really is. So try to laugh every day if you can. And so why? You say, well, it's good for the brain. Laughter releases feel-good neurohormones such as endorphins and dopamine. It's important for helping people get over chronic illness. It's good for the immune system, good for your heart and lungs, and just good for you in general because it's the opposite of the stress response, and it releases tension and lowers the stress hormones. So this week, all you have to do, this is your assignment, is think of a joke or story that always makes you laugh. And I included one here in the book, so I won't repeat it, but it was hilarious. Every time I think of it, it makes me giggle. Yeah. So I'm not going to repeat it because it's right there. I won't say it again. But I'm also going to switch the screen here because these autocorrect text messages always make me laugh. 100% of the time they make me laugh. So I'm going to share one with you because it made me laugh. Okay, look at this one. This is from, okay, it says, everything okay? Haven't heard from you in a few days. That's from Mom. Yep, sorry, Mom. I just came out of the closet. Oh, Matthew, that is great. I always had a hunch. I love you no matter what. So does your father. Holy, I'm not gay, Ma. I meant coming out of the clinic now. Autocorrect. Oh, I see. The real issue is you think I'm gay. Oh, that made me laugh. Anyway, so I hope that you can find something that makes you laugh. Maybe you can share it in our next Q&A to make us all laugh. And so anyway, shorter week. Have a great week. And let me know how you're doing on Facebook. I'd love to hear it. Thank you.